Hi, I'm Carmen Evans,
And I'm Carrie English.
and we're doing our project on Perry's cognitive theory of development. So his theory is stating that each college student is going through 4 stages of moral and intellectual development. The first stage is dualism, which is a college student coming in and seeing answers as always being yes or no, that there's no flexibility in the answer. As they're continuing on with college, they go through what's called multiplicity, is that how you say it? Where they're seeing that everybody is entitled to their own opinion and not everything is going to be right or wrong. Then they move on to relativism, which is them seeing answers as depending on situations. And then they're going to go into commitment, which is them committing to their beliefs and what they believe in, but also seeing it as it depends on the situation as well.
So for our plan of action, we decided to make up a prompt of 3 open-ended questions to ask our participants, and then we interviewed them in one-on-one interviews and asked them the 3 questions and recorded their responses. We then took their responses and wrote them all down in a summary and then compared them to how they relate to Perry's theory.
So our findings was that everybody virtually agreed with what we asked. Our first question was, do you
think it's okay to lie to protect someone's feelings?
And they all kind of had the same answers. Some of them said no, that everybody has the right to know, while others said yes and no, it just depended on the situation, which had more of a relativistic way of thinking rather than just having a straight yes or no question or yes or no answer.
Mm-hmm.
And then for our second one, it was, do you think there's always a right answer for everything, like moral situations, political views, ethical situations? And they all had the same answers. Everybody said yes and no, depending on the situation. One of our participants said that there's always going to be a gray area with things, like a starving kid going to steal food. Are they a thief, or are they just in a life or death situation? So that one also is both dualistic and relativistic, because you're saying, well, no, there's not a right answer to everything because nobody can have the right answer. But also when you're put in a morally complex situation like that, like there's a gray area in there. And then our final question was, do you think people can disagree and both still be right? And everybody said the same thing, like everybody's going to have their own opinions and they're going to think that they're right one way or another. Like me and Carrie could have differing opinions on politics or what food we like and all this other stuff, yet we think that we're right, and there's never going to be a yes or no to that as well. So that's a multiplistic way of thinking, because you're like, there is no yes or no. And yeah, that was our questions. So everybody kind of said the same thing, and our findings were great.
As far as how our questions relate back to Perry's theory, so some of our participants' responses varied a little bit. For the most part, they did align with the stage Perry said they would be in given their age and year of college, but there were definitely some of our participants that changed a little bit based on the question and fit stages that they, according to Perry, would not be ready to fit yet and or would be past fitting in. So it's not 100% valid given our group of participants, but I will say the information lined up pretty well. Thank you.